holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll run here with a rookie. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Wilson. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll roll him out right. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down, here's Tracy. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 2. They'll go again with Tracy. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Robinson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. You talk about this Giant defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They'll go play action here with Penix. That is caught. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now Penix. This is caught by Robinson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. Got this complete to the tight end, Pitts. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here comes Darius Slayton from his end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now it's Hines. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 41. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted.
And now the rookie's free. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are once again back in front. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7.
Gonna have your fun while I'm eating, because after halftime is over with.
Following the touchdown, here to kick it away. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. They'll run this one right with Robinson. To the 22-yard line.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Second and 6. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Robinson up the middle. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Here now, 2nd and 4. And looking to throw, Penix. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson.
You dumb fucker. All that hit sticking shit I got on tank, so that shit ain't gonna work.
It's a 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Penix going to look to throw on 1st down. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Robbie Chosen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got Slayton on the slant. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's to the rookie. It's Malik Neighbors. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Again, Wilson. He's got this complete to Robinson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now 2nd and 5. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Wilson changing the play. Off the play fake. Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Here's Penix on 1st and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a
Get out that weak ass defense, boy. Get out that weak defense.
And the touchdown record.
Stay out that dollar defense.
And that run massively increased his production in this game. And now
Stop being a follower.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up.
Stay off of YouTube.
Big time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8.
Stay off of YouTube now.
And following the touchdown. touchdown now. It's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got Mason complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Tracy trying the right side. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted.
Yep, I told you second half gonna be different.
Guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year. I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery of the discussion.
Sat there and told you. Second half gonna be different. You ain't want to listen.
And maybe become the guy. He needs multiple takeaways.
You got 2 pass happy.
Things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. A play fake. Now Penix. That ball caught. It's chosen.
Tried to play man defense. Cover 4.
A good pick up there. 26 yards.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. I love it.
1st and 10. It's Robinson. Able to fight through one tackle.
Boy, you better come with it, boy. That B. John Robinson.
Season continues here.
You better come with it. Hey, you better come with it.
To the air, Penix. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown.
Showtime in the city. Showtime in the city. Boom, boom, boom.
Extra point by Koo.
Showtime. Second half is a different story. Here's a story of a man named Brady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls.
Touchdown.
And lo, one time in the baby knows his family. The youngest one had curls. Till the one day when the lady met the fellow.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond.
Now let me show you how to do this thing, man.
But how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the shotgun, Wilson.
No, sir. Stop doing what you see everybody else do and play your game. It don't work for everybody.
In the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Out of bounds.
They say he was out of bounds.
He tried it.
So a big call there that
he tried it. He tried it.
Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
He tried it.
Possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And that'll fall incomplete.
Well,
He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hands, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
damn, I supposed to score, man. That would have put that game away.
Defense has moved the ball. He hasn't been needed till here in the third. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They go play action with Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. Yeah, the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now the veteran workhorse, here's James Conner. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Play action. Now Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken.
Find you somebody else. Find you something safe to play with, dog. Find you something safe to play with.
9 yards on the sack.
Wrong with you?
Gano's kick is good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down.
No, he ain't hanging around.
So his 3rd field
I was playing around that last drive, trying new stuff. I'm finna go on the scope.
Start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just
I don't feel like running.
upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down. Get to the fourth quarter. Try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Steps away to his left. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll throw with Penix. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught for a
Told you it was just that easy. Just that easy to score on you.
From 19 yards away. And the Falcons extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
Good game, fam. Good game. Cash.
Touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go again.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, way of doing it makes it that much.
Yeah, I'll run the ball too, my friend.
Every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's Wilson. Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Second and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. 2 yards the loss, and now...
Find you something safe to do.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing is Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On second down, Wilson. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Here's Hines. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A great effort there, with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gano for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Here's Penix. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception. But playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Penix. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
That's caught by Johnson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Late game situation, things seem to be unraveling just a little bit, and that's when you start forcing the football, mainly out of necessity. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete, nearly picked off.
Oh, that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's
Get on my field, bum. Scrub ass.
They had to go for it with such little
Sorry ass.
remaining. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively,
I ain't kneeling shit.
Timeouts, but
Bet I don't kneel nothing.
at this point. 152 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd and a yard, it's Penix. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
That's into the hands of Chosen. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And if it wasn't over before, it is now. Looking for that one final first down. They got it and then some. If they play things right from here on out, that should just about assure them a victory.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Penix to the air once more. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. For my ladies on stage.